Welcome back. Today we're looking at Dawn of the Dead from 1978, George Romero film. This is the director's cut. This is from Lumiere and Republic Pictures release from 1993. There's another version of this. It looks pretty much exactly the same from what I recall, but it's not the director's cut. It's the regular theatrical cut. Republic Pictures. 126 minutes. Well, it's kind of funny, like obviously they presume the people who are buying this on VHS for the most part probably saw the movie in theater, but when the cover art gives away, part of the story, kind of a surprising part of the story as well. It's always kind of interesting. It's also this is probably, like most people, I respect Night of the Living Dead for what it is, but Dawn of the Dead is probably the most fun of the original Dead trilogy. We've talked about this before with the 2-tape Anchor Bay set that I had. That was probably the release that was done not too long after this one, because I think that one was 97-ish. This one was 93, obviously not Anchor Bay. But it's pretty good condition. The box is still pretty clean, still pretty shiny. I like this movie a lot. I don't think I've seen it since I saw it in theater when one of my old theaters reran it in 2016. No, it's not true. We watched it in 2017, I believe, right after George Romero died. I remember we watched it, a complete third or fourth different copy on VHS that they have that we'll eventually get to, an Anchor Bay release and a clamshell like those back there. Did you see this movie in the 70s when it first came out? Have you seen it subsequently since? Did you see it on film? Did you see it digitally? What are your memories of it? Be sure to let me know in the comments below. I saw it at Vintage Stock the other day, the DVD set, like the big special edition DVD set that had like the 3 or 4 different editions of it, which I owned back in the day, but then I ended up parting out all my DVDs where I took all the discs out, put them in a binder, and threw all the cases away because I was trying to condense everything. I saw it for sale at Vintage Stock and thought about buying it again, but I still can't really tell the difference between any of the different versions. Obviously, I think I've always watched the director's cut. I'm pretty sure, so I couldn't even tell you what wasn't in the theatrical cut because I doubt I ever watched it. Same thing between the director's cut and the European version. Can't really tell you what the difference is. Maybe one day I'll watch a video on YouTube of somebody explaining it all to me. So that seems to be the easiest way to go about it these days. Dawn of the Dead, 1993, from Republic Pictures and Lumiere. So check the description below for a link to the trailer. Then again, if you haven't seen this, you should just be ashamed of yourself. 1993 VHS release, Dawn of the Dead. Later.